Alright guys, I wanted to talk to everybody about these two build kits that I just completed on these Anderson Manufacturing lowers. The top one up there is a Palmetto State Armory kit that I bought that came with all the internal parts, the fire control group, the Magpul MOE stock, Magpul MOE grip, and the Magpul trigger guard. I bought that all as a kit, and it was around $120, and it was a little bit higher price because it's the EPT fire control group, which is a polished trigger. So it's supposed to be a little bit better. On this build, I used a different lower parts kit, and I'll talk to you about that here in a second. But I'm just not real happy with the Palmetto State Armory lower parts build kit, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I want to tell you that I like Palmetto State Armory. I have experience with their uppers, their lowers. I know of in their barrels. I know they have some really, really good barrels. They have some FN barrels that are hammer forged, made from the FN machine gun steel that they use on machine guns. And they do have some CHF barrels that are just some of the best you can get. But as far as this lower build kit, I'm just not really happy with what I got. First of all, the trigger pull is very heavy. So this is the EPT, the polished trigger group, and I thought that that would help a little bit and that would make the trigger better. But it didn't seem to matter too much because the trigger pull was just a lot heavier than I think it should be. But that's not my biggest concern with this lower parts build kit. You know, there's things you can do for that. My biggest concern is I think some things were out of spec, and I'm going to tell you why. See this safety selector switch here? See how it's on safe and it's crooked? The back end is like angling down. And if I flip it to fire, you'll see it's off at an angle like that. So there's safe. And there's fire. And it's kind of angled that way. And I guess from looking at forums and things that it would be that in the selector switch that it's not drilled properly is what I'm seeing right now. And another thing is I just don't like the quality of the selector switch. It looks very chintzy. It looks like pot metal. And there's a line. See the line, the mold line going from the point back where it looks like it was some kind of cast piece of metal. There's a line. I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not, going straight back. Just not real happy with that, guys. And it just doesn't feel like other safeties to me. It's not smooth, and it doesn't click in as solid as what I'm used to. But so that's kind of my beef with the Palmetto State Armory lower build kit. Now this might just be a fluke. This might just be a 1 in 1,000, and I happen to get the bad one. I don't know. And plus I'd like to run these guns too and give a further opinion after some shooting. Now, on this lower parts kit, on this one, I'm really, really happy with, guys. And this is the CMMG lower parts build kit I used. Now, I didn't put their trigger guard on because I'm going to be using the Magpul Enhanced. And this build kit did not come with the buffer kit in stock. And I just put this grip on there just for the video. I'll be putting on a Ergo grip or a Gunfighter Mod Zero or something like that on this. It won't be this grip. But I really like this build kit a lot better. Number one, the trigger feels great on this. The trigger was machined very nicely, very highly polished on the edge that interacts with the hammer up here. The trigger pull, I'm just very happy with. It feels great. It's not too light, but yet it's not overly heavy when you go to pull it, and it feels like you'd be able to stay on target a lot better. Now let's look at the safety selector lever. Look how it's perfectly even. And then it snaps very nice and crisp. See that? How straight it is? And like once you get it started, it feels like it automatically just floats over to where you're pressing it to. Now that is the selector switch I'm used to dealing with, guys. It just feels like it just kind of moves automatically. And I'm very, very extremely happy, guys. If we're talking about a baseline build kit, not an enhanced kit, not some kind of premium trigger group build kit, I think the CMMG might be one of the best ones out there. Of just the basic build kits. and I'm extremely happy with that. I would put that on any AR-15 whatsoever. That build kit I bought at a store at Fin Feather and Fur, and it was $69. I think you can get it online for about $10 cheaper. I think you can get it for about 50 some online. And like I said, no stock, no buffer. It does come with the buffer tube retainer, pin, and spring, and I've got that. And it's all color-coded in little bags, so it makes it really easy to build. But I'm extremely happy with the CMMG build kit. The trigger pull is nice. It's crisp. It's smooth. It doesn't feel overly heavy. It feels about what I'm used to. And the safety selector has no mold mark, no line right here. And it's more like just the basic gray color. Just a basic gray color. It doesn't have like a cheap paint on it like this Palmetto State Armory kit does. It's like a cheap paint, okay, on there. So I'm really, really highly recommending the CMMG lower parts kit, guys. And I think it's going to work a lot better for me. I could probably just order the CMMG fire control group. I'll probably just do that and switch that out, and probably end up switching out the safety selector. Like I said, man, Palmetto State Armory, I'm very pleased with their uppers, their lowers, their barrels, their cold hammer forged FN barrels, all that stuff. But as far as their basic parts kit, I'm just not feeling it, guys. So there you go. Let me know your opinions. Maybe I just got a bad one. Maybe I got the 1 out of 10,000 that's not done well. So let me know what you think, guys. And until next time, got 2 of them ready to go. Well, this one's almost ready to go. This one is staked and torqued down on the castle nut, and it's staked, and it's ready to, upper's just ready to be placed on it. This one, I'm going to add some of my own pieces and get to order, custom things that I want on there. So, all right, guys, until next time, this is H4T. I'm out of here.